Welcome to Math 7, Chapter 1, Lesson 3, Variables and Expressions. Once again, we're starting off with some vocabulary terms for you to know. The first one being algebra, which is a branch of mathematics that uses symbols, so like our letters that you're looking for. A variable is that letter or symbol used to represent an unknown value. An algebraic expression is an expression that contains at least one variable and at least one mathematical expression. So a plus 2, 2x, x divided by 5 plus 4 times t. Right? As long as there's one letter / variable and one mathematical expression. And then defining a variable is choosing a variable and the quantity that it represents. So we want to know what are the steps to translating a verbal phrase into an algebraic expression. So our first step is to describe the situation using only the most important words. So kind of making that verbal expression. Step 2, we want to define a variable by choosing a variable to represent the unknown quantity. So say we want to know how many hot dogs, we're going to pick H to represent hot dogs because hot dog starts with H. You can choose whatever you want. You could choose P even though hot dogs doesn't even have a P in it. Generally, in math, they choose the variable of X. And then step 3 is to translate our verbal model into an algebraic expression. So I'm going to do a couple examples for you. So here it says $3 more than the cost of a sandwich. So I'm going to highlight what we think our variable is. So we know what $3 is. $3 is 3. More than is plus, and then the cost of a sandwich, we don't know what that is. So we know this is 3, this is plus, and this is a question mark. So when I write what's the word I'm looking for? Algebraic expression. There we go. I've got my $3 more than the cost of a sandwich, so I'm going to put C for cost. Voila, solved it. There's my algebraic expression. Here it said Mari had $2 and made $6 an hour babysitting. So looking at that, our variable is the hours. How many hours did she work? We don't know. So she made $2, or she had $2, and then made $6 for every single hour. So I'm going to use 6 each, because it's $6 for 1 hour, 6 times 2 for 2 hours, 6 times 3 for 3 hours. So there is our algebraic expression there. Now I want you to pause and try and check and see how well you do compared to the answer. And as always, raise your hand and I can come help you if need be. So 2 miles less than the athlete ran. So we're going to go with R, he ran 2 less. And 5 points more than the field goals were 3 points. And I just picked random variables. We've got some more vocab for you. We have the substitution property of equality. And what that means is if two quantities are equal, then one quantity can be replaced by the other. So like if we have the equation 2x plus 5, and we know x equals 3, we can go ahead and replace this x right here with what it equals. So we can go 2, replacing the x with 3 plus 5, and then evaluate. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 5 will get us 11. So we want to evaluate using the substitution property of equality. And we want to evaluate d, I'm going to write it bigger, plus 5 minus f if D equals 16 and F equals 18. So with the substitution of property, I can go in and replace that D with 16 and F with 18. So 16 plus 5 is 21, minus 18 is 3. Boom. Easy as that. So I want you to try these ones on your own and compare. If you get it wrong, double check, try again until you get that right answer. So this one equals 12, and this one equals 38. And we don't want to forget about PEMDAS when we're solving these. So we're going to evaluate each of these ones if R equals 1, S equals 5, and T equals 8. So we'll have 6 replacing S with 5 and T with 8. Now PEMDAS says we've got to do those parentheses first. Well, our parentheses are already solved. Exponents, there aren't any there. But we do have multiplication in 2 places. So we have to do 6 times 5 first, which would be 30. And then 2 times 8, which would be 16. And then solve there, we've got 46 is our answer. ST over 20, so that means we're replacing S with 5 and T with 8 over 20. With our parentheses, parentheses mean multiply, so 5 times 8 is 40 over 20. When I'm looking at this, I can just cross out my zeros. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Down here, we're getting a little more complicated. We've got R, which would be 1, plus 40 minus 3. T would be 8. And then we still have to close our parentheses. So we're going to do our inside of our parentheses and then go to our multiplication. So 3 times 8 is 24. So I'm just going to 40 minus 24 is, having a brain fart, 36. Plus 1, so our answer is 37. And then finally over here, I don't know why I put C. Let's go with we're just going to skip that one because I can't figure out what I was thinking there. So you only had to do 3. Now we've got some word problems. So it says a company rents a houseboat for $200 plus an extra $30 per day. So what we want to do is we want to write that as an expression that can be used to find the total cost of a houseboat. So it's $200 no matter what. Because, right, 200 is important, and then plus an extra 30 per day. So our plus our 30 per day. We don't know how many days they're going, so that's just D. So there is our algebraic expression. Now we would like to rent a houseboat for 6 days. What would be the total cost? So now our days equals 6. So our substitution property says we can just go 200 plus 30 parentheses 6 to get our total cost of $380. Because I did 30 times 6 is 180 plus 200. Don't forget that $sign, very important. So here I want you to try this one. So you're going to write the equation and then find the cost of buying the 4 DVDs and 7 CDs. So each DVD was $5. So it's $5 per DVD if you want to think about it that way. And it was $3 per CD. So it's $5 per DVD that you buy plus $3 per CD. There's our algebraic expression. We want to find the cost of 4 DVDs, so it's $5 each for 4 of them, plus $3 each for 7 CDs, and we end up with a total cost of $41.